Hello Sagittarius, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the month ahead and the few days left of February as well. We don't want to forget those. If anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's go on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Sagittarius in March and the few days left of February? The Tower card. Oh, okay, I like it. The Eight of Swords. The World card. And the Well. So as always, I talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get more out of them. You have 3 majors out of 4. So there's huge things happening for you in March. Starting with the Tower can be fast transformations. Some people don't like it, I'll be honest. I love the Tower personally, and I'm also Sagittarius, so Sagittarius, don't worry, the Tower is, in my opinion as the reader, and this is the reading you're getting, a positive shift. It's just abrupt, unexpected, and very fast. It might knock you for a second where you go, oh my goodness, I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about this. And then it will be fine. Do you know the energy I'm getting is like going up a roller coaster? And you know when you keep going up and up and up and you go, I know I waited in line for this and I wanted this. Now I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if I like this or I'm gonna like this. And with the Tower, I feel like you then going down the roller coaster of something exciting unfolding. Hanged Man, I'm looking at it on the bottom of the deck and I feel as if some of you, there's something about a spiritual awakening or something like big in your either psychic abilities or intuition in some way, like one of the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, whatever it is. I feel like some of you are gaining a new clair, and it might be a bit startling to suddenly be able to, whatever it may be. If it's clairaudience, you're suddenly like, oh, I'm getting all these downloads, and whatever it may be, it might be daunting to begin with. It might be a big change or a shock, but it's also something you've wanted, some of you. Others of you, whatever this is, because it's very significant to me that I said you did wait in line for the roller coaster that you're about to go on. You did want it. So I feel like something's about to transform very quickly. You've wanted it for a long, long time. And then suddenly it all happens so quickly that you're like, oh no, I can't get off the roller coaster now. I'm on it. So yeah, I'm just, also as I'm saying that, I feel like I just tied that together really nicely with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-entrapment and feeling stuck where you are. And it's just making me still think of like being in that roller coaster. You can't get off the roller coaster. You're on it. And like there's something where your mental or inner dialogue might be, oh, I'm stuck. I'm trapped here. Oh my god, I don't know if I want to be here. Oh my god, this is scary. Everything's moving very quickly. I'm not sure where this is going, right? But also, you're in this roller coaster that you asked to be in, and it's gonna go somewhere very good, and you're gonna enjoy it. You're not as trapped as you feel you are. You actually wanted to be in this situation. And some of you, I feel like there's a negative comment. Someone's halfway through typing right now saying, I didn't want to be put in this situation. There's some specific thing that you've been manifesting, asking for, or a goal you're aiming towards that is requiring you to experience something in between now and then that is taking you to your goal. So whether or not it's comfortable, whether or not it's a bit daunting, you know that it's getting you to where you want to be. You know that you're going to get to where you want to be. It's like this is the price of admission and you are more than capable of paying it. With the World card, there is something that could be happening around the world. This could be, sometimes the world is like the world watching you. It can also be travel, it can also be moving, relocating. It's also completion though. That's the biggest theme of the world, is finishing a chapter of your life and starting a new one. A lot of you are ready to finish a certain chapter of your life. I'm getting kind of like a meh energy right now from you of being done with a certain way of living or certain life right, that you're experiencing. You're over it, you're done, and you're kind of going to have this new beginning and this new start in your life in March, where you go, yeah, I'm fed up of living that way, or I'm fed up of feeling that way, and I'm just deciding from now on to not do that anymore, to not be that person anymore, to not accept that anymore from others. There's a new fresh start of you not, I don't know why I'm getting taking no prisoners, and it's making me look at the Eight of Swords, because to me that looks a bit like a prisoner, right? And that's including yourself. I feel like you're going to be standing up to yourself, whether that be like that little devil in your mind telling you certain things. You're standing up to yourself and you're saying, go away, that is not true, I am. And some of you, I don't know why I'm getting so specific. There's something about like, I'm gonna say like compulsions, and then that's just making me think like OCD and stuff. Some of you have just been having compulsions to do things and they aren't good for you or something, and with the World card it's like you're just done with it. I don't know what that's about. It's like you're over it. You're like, yeah, I do feel like I should do that. I do, but I'm not going to. And you're resisting something because you know if you buy into the compulsions, then they're just going to carry on. With the World card, again, I've just accidentally tied into the next card, because this would be kind of the energy of a compulsion. This can sometimes be inspiration, but in a more negative sense, it is kind of that pull, that devil on your shoulder that's like, oh, you should do this, go and, I don't know what it is specifically, but it's just like, some of you might have really negative or bad habits, right, that you fall back into when things are stressful or something, and it's like you're not going to buy in or fall into bad habits, bad patterns again. Others of you, you're then replacing those with the World card. You're ending that, right? You're stopping, you're completing a cycle of you know, bad habits, toxic patterns. And with the World card, you're then like, what's something I can replace this with? Whenever I get this urge, whenever I get this feeling to do this, what is something that I can feel called to do instead? What is, like, there's something you're replacing it with, something that inspires you more, and it's overtaking whatever that negative thing was. Like, whether it be singing, dancing, you're like, well, actually, that will distract me completely from this other thing. Clarify the Tower. Three of Wands with the Tower. Some of you, there's an ending to you expecting something from someone. So if this is you in a relationship, you and your partner, you might have had certain expectations for this person, or you thought they were going to do something. You thought they were going to propose, you thought you guys were going to, I can't even think of any examples, but you had a feeling, or you thought something was going to go a certain way, or you're expecting someone to commit more, whatever it may be specifically for you. Others of you, it could have been that you expected someone to kind of walk away or something. For whatever reason, you expected them to leave. And with the Tower card, whatever it is you were expecting, it's not happening. You're expecting them to propose, and it's because they've acted a little bit weird lately, and then they're like, oh, look, I got you a gift, and you open it up and it's a necklace and not a ring, right? And I don't know, it's that kind of energy of you thinking something specific was going to happen and it doesn't. And those of you that thought your partner or someone you're dating, you were like, I'm expecting this to fall through with the Tower, I'm expecting this to very quickly end, I'm expecting this person to play me or to never speak to me again. With the Tower card, it's like, whatever you were expecting of someone, completely different. Like, Tower moment. You were expecting, not that you were expecting the worst, some of you were expecting rings and got necklaces, but it's more, whatever you're expecting out of someone or a situation or to happen next, very drastically different from what actually happens. And a lot of you, I feel like it is you expecting the worst out of someone because of past experiences with others. Others of you, if you're completely single, you're expecting, I really feel as if there is someone in the wings that you expected things have done with. You're like, they're never talking to them again. They suck. I don't know what this is about, but you put a line through their name, you're done with them. And you're expecting it to be done and stay done. But there's like zombie energy from this person. They're back from the dead. Clarify the Eight of Swords. I don't know why I've got my knee up. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Nine of Cups. Very specific message, just to go back to the other message. Those of you that thought someone was going to propose, I just realised why I had my knee up. I sat here itching my foot, and you can't see that, but I just showed you, but you can't see it. And I just feel as if someone, you thought your partner was going to propose, they got like cold feet. They got cold feet, and that's why they genuinely aren't doing what you thought they were going to do, is because they got nervous, so they've pulled back. But you already know this. Like, this is something that's very obvious. Your friends and family all, like, there's something where you all know. You can just tell. Nine of Cups, to clarify the Eight of Swords, sorry. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment and contentment and pride and joy. With the Eight of Swords, some of you, there's this energy of you think you've peaked, or you think you've reached success, or you think that you are stuck where you currently are. Like, there's Nine of Cups is being very happy, being very joyful, but there's also like an energy of you being stuck in that. There's something where you feel trapped, or there could be a entrapment of like this idea of perfection, of like you wanting lots of success and lots of pride for yourself, and until you get that, you're like, oh, I have to stay stuck here. You think that things have to play out in a specific way. I want to say to you, some of you have like this 5-year plan, or you have a plan very specific for how things are going to play out. Be open-minded. They might not go that way, and a lot of you it's not, and it's going to go better, and it's going to be different, and it's going to be weirder, and it's going to be really random. And let it play out how it's meant to play out. Don't resist just because something isn't on your 5-year plan, or it doesn't work out that way or that way. Trust the process, trust the weird turns that's about to unfold. They're going to take you somewhere more exciting than a piece of paper that you planned out. It's not that it's bad to plan, it's just I feel like there's a need to let go of it happening exactly perfectly as you, according to your plan. Let go of it not playing out that way. Clarify the World, the High Priestess, and the Fool. If you've watched my videos before, I always say the Fool ends up coming out with the World in my readings, and it's so interesting because the Fool is the next card in the deck. It's the first card, the World's the last, and it repeats in a cycle. So there is a cycle you're closing up and a new one beginning, and that new cycle is obviously a bit daunting and a bit scary because you have to take a leap of faith somewhere into a new journey, onto a new path, and you don't know whether it's yours or how it's going to work out, where it's going to take you, where it's going to lead. It can be very scary. With the High Priestess here, some of you are jumping into your intuition, to your psychic abilities. Others of you are just trusting your intuition that you are supposed to go down a new path, that this is meant for you, that this is where you want to be, and that it's going to work out if it's meant to be, otherwise it won't. And I just really, really like it. You know you're done with a certain phase of your life. You know you've almost like, I don't know why I'm getting you've squeezed all the juice out of a certain part of your life, and you've got everything you could from it, and now it's time to move on, and it's time to start something fresh, start something new, begin again. Even if you are never expected to begin again, even if you're so dedicated to your career or to your expertise in some way, you're still beginning again. And some of you are thinking I'm nuts right now, but at the end of March you won't. You'll be like, oh my goodness, she was right. I actually have completely changed course. And I'm so happy about it. Like, whatever this is, you've got what you were supposed to get. Even if it didn't turn out exactly as planned, you got what you were meant to get from it. And you're now moving in a direction that inspires you a whole lot more. And with that, again, I'm moving into the next card, because that's all about inspiration. There is something that's inspiring you, that's calling you. Oh my goodness, that's so interesting. The Devil card. I said some of you have a little devil in your mind, I believe. There's almost compelling you sometimes to do things, and that's the negative side of this card that I'm getting right now. You sometimes are inspired to do good, right? You're inspired to do something that makes you or others feel good, and other times it's the complete opposite, like the lightness and the darkness hand in hand of you being pulled to do something not so good. And I don't mean that as in, I don't think you'd ever harm anyone else, wouldn't hurt a fly, it's not that kind of energy. It's this energy of you forgetting that you are someone, and that you're either hurting your own feelings, because this is all about bad habits, negativity, and I was talking about there's some type of bad habit or compulsion, and some of you, I feel this month there is an energy of you going, would I let anybody else treat me like this? Treat my body like this? Say this to me? Right? Your thoughts, whatever it is you say to yourself, how you treat your body, how you fuel yourself, whatever this may be, would you let anybody else treat you that way? And it's like, well, why are you letting yourself treat yourself that way? And I feel like there's a new beginning. It can be quite scary because you're working on it and facing this, whatever this compulsion or negative, like, it's just a bad habit basically that you've gotten into listening to, right? And the more you've listened and like obeyed this negative voice in your mind, the more it's built up and built up where you've actually listened, and now it's time to break it. And it might be hard, but I feel like you're going to conquer something. You're going to really come out on top in some way. But it's also like there's a very loving energy where, oh my goodness, there is King of Cups, Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That was so interesting. I just picked it up and then saw that was there too. So a lot of you, this is coming from a place of love, maybe between you and your partner. Could also be someone new coming into your life if you're completely single, that is showing you that yes, you are worth loving, and to love yourself, it's almost you're inspired to love yourself and take better care of yourself through realizing how much you love and care for someone else, if that makes sense. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tall Tarot Tuesdays.